Welcome back, everybody, to another Dicon Dissectional production hosted by Deathstroke9. Today we're going to be reacting to a new group, for me, called Talk Talk, and the song is called Happiness is Easy. I've been wanting to check out this group for a while now, and I don't know a ton about them, so before we get into it, since this is my first foray into their discography, we're going to take a look at their Wikipedia page. Talk Talk were an English band formed in 1981, led by Mark Hollis. The group achieved early chart success with synth pop singles before moving to a more experimental approach in the mid-1980s, pioneering what became known as post-rock music. Talk Talk achieved widespread critical success in Europe and the UK with singles Life's What You Make It and Living in Another World. They released in 1988 they released their fourth album, Spirit of Eden, which was critically acclaimed yet failed to sell super well. Friction with the band's label EMI resulted in legal action and countersuing. Webb departed and the band switched to Polydor for their final studio album, Laughingstock, but split soon afterwards. Mark Hollis released one solo album in '98 before retiring from the music industry. He died in 2019. So yeah, this track is called Happiness is Easy. I'm not sure which era of the band it's from. I'm going to assume it's from the more experimental era, though, because the song is almost 7 minutes long. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Let's get into it. And thank you to the people who requested this group. Y'all know who you are. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Drumming is very interesting already. Different instruments. I don't even want to pause it to break the rhythm, so that'll be the only time I do so. Let's just keep going. How well, 'cause if it's easy to show the mind. Well, it was really good. I It's kind of sad that it only has like 380,000 views and that the band only has 85,000 subscribers. Link to the original video will be down below in the description, so you can go support the group and support the song. I mean, obviously these are the yeah yeah. Obviously, I don't know how much like subscribing to their channel will actually like literally support them, but still, um, I quite enjoyed it. I liked how it was catchy, like in a kind of in the way that like a lot of '80s music is, but it wasn't. It was super experimental at the same time. I really enjoyed all the instrumentation and all the different layers of the track that were going on. The nearly the drum beat that was consistent almost through the entire track, with the exception of a few fills and like one or two parts where they changed it up. But for the most part, we had like an interesting steady drum beat throughout the entire thing, and then just all these different things going on. I quite enjoyed it. All right, this is the first track off the album Color of Spring. Happiness is Easy is a song that makes observations of wars and atrocities being committed and justified with the Christian faith. The song asserts that the atrocities that radical Christians commit in the name of Jesus Christ go against the supposed true meaning and purpose of loving one another, and that simply loving everyone would make happiness easy to achieve. Yep. Agree 100% with all that. Makes you feel much older. Sublime the blind parade. It wrecks me how they justify their acts of war. They assemble, they pray. This is the first observation made of religion being used and corrupted to justify war. This has been happening for so many centuries that the singer feels older and sick of it. Sublime the blind parade means to elevate the moral purity of Christianity to superiority, while people are blindly parading while atrocities are being committed in the name of faith and its denominations. Yep. Like in school, you learn about the Crusades. You learn about a lot of different things, a lot of different atrocities that were committed in the name of religion. But like the one specific thing that always stood out to me was the Crusades, where that's just such a weird, like the justification behind it is so strange to me. Take good care of what the priests say. After death, it's so much fun. Little sheep, don't let your feet stray. Yeah, yep. This calls for people to think carefully about what is being preached in terms of the afterlife. Think for yourself. Question authority. Yeah, this is a generalized quote of what some Christians may say and use to justify their acts. As the afterlife is their ultimate reward, death may be seen as a preferable option to life, and some people may see it worthwhile to kill others in hopes to grant access to heaven. This is once again a call for people to critically examine what life and death actually mean in the Christian faith, and they should not get carried away with destructively radical ideas. Yes, totally agree. Happiness is easy if you blindly follow leaders in the church and believe everything they say. That salvation is guaranteed if you follow them. Yep, make your contribution and you'll get a better seat. Joy be written on the earth and the sky above. Jesus, star that shines so bright, gather us in love. And you've got children singing that part, which is perfect. Guilt upon their shoulders, how well the cause evades, infecting your religions, claiming pacts that it's easy to shoulder the blame. The true Christians in the song feel guilt and shame for having to acknowledge the radicalists. They view them as an infection, but instead of trying to cure the infection, they simply evade the issues. Yep. This is referring to how some Christians deliberately put the no-truth Scotsman fallacy, excluding the radicalist pack to shift the blame on them as they are not true Christians. What is being asserted here is that making that fallacy does not achieve happiness and only evades the issue. It also, I think, this line could also be referring to how like people use God as like a shield. They'll just exactly what he's been talking about the whole song, where you justify your atrocious actions with God. So then he comes to the third verse. Try to teach my children to recognize excuse before it acts, from love and conviction to pray. The third and final verse asks for children of future generations to be taught the true meaning of Christianity, to recognize the loopholes in the religion, and promote a healthier worldview before the children grow up to be radicalists and act out themselves. Happiness is easy, little ships of Galilee, standing in the sea. Jesus tried to love us all, be a friend to me. Joy be written upon the earth and the sky above. Jesus, star that shines so bright, gather us in love. It's a beautiful, beautiful track. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Thank you to the people who requested it. Talk. Let me know what other Talk songs I should check out. And yeah, all right. It was good. I'm probably going to listen to it again. I'll talk to you guys soon. Deathstroke9 out. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and all that typical YouTuber jazz. See you guys soon. Deathstroke9. Repeating himself.